Hey, we've gone live. Oh man, I love streaming. Like, I know I get like 2 viewers a stream, but I love streaming. Let's see. I forgot the torch set up. Hope that's not a problem. Come on. Stuff is absolutely gonna spawn there. We could take that one. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Oh, okay. Guess that'll have to do for now, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and go back down. I think I'm gonna go exploring. That'll be fun. Pickaxes, shovels. Okay, I got wood. Need more oak. Or I need more coal. Let's see. We'll put paper in there. Sugarcane. Basically everything else except for dirt. We keep dirt. Apples. Eggs. Okay. Apples. Just basically all the stuff I would hate to lose. That's a terrifying sound. I need more. That's the only one I have. I would just take this. I gotta close that. Trapdoor. Trapdoor. Okay. What is it? Top 6? Yes. Take that. We will place that. I like to place one there. I will chop this down, place my door, chop this, oh, wrong one, pick it up, 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 come on, there you go. Stuck. trapdoor. Mind that one. Perfect. Perfect. It's really all I was worried about. Let's see. Some iron. Shift click. Yep. Cool, cool. That's all I need. What am I missing? Got a shovel, pickaxe, sword. I need a sword. Sword. There we go. We should take some cobblestone too, just to be safe. Yeah, take some cobblestone. I'll take half the stack. Let's go ahead and put that up here. Switch that out. Looks good to me. Let's go for it. Cool. Looking for that good stuff. Oh man, did I do all this? What the hell? I think I did. Ooh, popped out through the other side. I got people watching my stream? Who's watching? Where are you from? Let's have a conversation. Oh no, I know where exactly I'm at. Oh no. I'm in the bad part of town, folks. Let's see. Do need more coal though. Probably a bad idea. My list of bad ideas. Okay. Guess we gotta just go up then. Is this gravel? Not gravel. Oh, there's nothing even up here. That's disappointing. Ooh, iron. Always use more iron. Let's see. Ooh. There we go. Where's that coal at? Yeah, I bet if I go down there, but I can get some good stuff. Is this a good idea? Probably not. It's the best way to do this. Cool. Alright. Dig up to it. Ouch, that was a bad idea. Wasn't sure if I was holding crouch for a second. What the hell was that? See iron up there. Who's watching? Tell me who's watching, man. I want to talk with you. I want to have a conversation. Oh, this is such a bad idea. Oh, that's not a... I hope my power doesn't go out. coal. More coal. No viewers. That hurt a skeleton. Okay, that's for sure a skeleton. What? Gold? Who left gold here? See lava. More gold. I guess somebody just didn't care about gold. That's what I want to see, the dark area. That's why. Okay. Cool. Hey, I got another viewer. Should create. Let's see. Hopefully nothing sneaks up on me while I'm here. One, two, three, four. That's a bad idea. Let's place a torch and where'd my let's go ahead and put this up here. Ooh. idea. Yep. Cool. More iron. I love iron. Cool. Bunch of iron. I'm gonna go ahead and chop this up. Take that with me. Let's go. More iron. Let's see. How do I make a furnace? Is it this? It's not that. I think I need a crafting table. My viewer is back. Hey. More coal. It's exactly what I needed. What the? Who came through here and just didn't mind any of this coal? They're just like, oh no, we don't need coal. Ironically, this cave is starting to look familiar. So it might have been me that came through and did not mind any of this coal. Such a relaxing game until you get creeped. Then you just want to throw everything. More iron. And my viewer's gone. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Ooh, such a bad idea. All these bad ideas. So much coal. You know what? Let's go up here. I'm curious. These people were here. Yeah, it was. There's some stuff, man. Gonna go ahead and make those. Should I have done? I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Nice to have one. Trying to get greedy. Yeah. Huh?
Duh. I'm the bad guy. Duh. That song is stuck in my head. I can't get it out. It is whatever be there. There is no reason to fight it. I know it will go. It's storming outside. There's a storm coming. I was about to say that looks very scary for a minute. Grab that cobblestone. Okay, there's nothing up here. Ooh, just saw lightning. Like IRL lightning, not fake Minecraft lightning. Oh, bigger cave. I'm the sad type to pull up a rubber tie, Scooby Dooby Rudy Doo. Where are you? Man, it sounds like it's gonna start pouring. Oop. Let's go ahead and go back up. Somebody likes to play pranks. Oh, redstone down there? Okay. Normally I wouldn't freak out over redstone, but in my mind, there's leftover redstone down there that somebody didn't pick up. That means it's very unexplored. Let's see what's down here. Somebody obviously dug up here or climbed out of there. I think this is me again, by the way. What the hell? Is that Diamond? Who left Diamond? What is all this? What the hell? Where am I? Oh, so much coal. Give me your coal. That one might be big. Nope.
You know when you moved it,
Uh-huh.
I tried to see like a preview to print it just to see how it looked.
Dude. Still just me. Oh, that's terrifying. Need a big boy pickaxe. Block so nice, you'll mine it twice. That must have been Steve. Big boy pickaxe. Let me get some more. I should have plenty of coal now. I should have made more. There we go. Put all this in there. There we go. Looks like that might have been where he came out from. already full? That sucks. Oh, I need a refill anyways. Freak. Oh, was there? I think I had placed the torch on iron or something. Let me go back up there just to make sure. I must have already gotten it or moved it or something. Yeah, alright. I'm cold. Oh, I'm stupid. Hopefully no lava. What should I do? Go that way? Let's see what's over here. Where am I? Oh, I'm not too far from base. How did I make it all the way back here? Ah, so this is his main path that he came in through then. He probably... Okay. Probably popped back out that way. What the hell? Why would you cover all this up? Probably to get up there. This was me.
They sound like they're to my left. Why do you sound like that?
do something with that. terrible. I'm gonna go 4 deep. Nothing too interesting. guess we'll just wait here for a little bit.
Okay, so I received this enigmatic email asking me if I have a bank account with online access. Well, as a matter of fact, I do, so I replied, okay, and it looks like we're going scam baiting again. Before we start, just a very quick reminder that the content on this channel is very varied. The next upload after this one may very well be about food, nature, tech products, or some other random nonsense. Don't be caught out. So, someone wants to give me quick funding, and I just said okay. What happens next? Well, tiny spoilers, there's almost zero complexity to this scam, so no clever wordplay and little opportunity for fun this time. In fact, this may very well be the worst scammer I've ever dealt with. Let's crack on. So the following day, I got a reply. What bank do you have online access account with? I said, what do you need to know? I mean, why would somebody need to know about my online banking? The answer is, I fund bank accounts. Sure, of course you do. Money is so hard to dispose of after all. I asked, who are you? The scammer replied, you contacted me on my other email address. I said, sure, but what do you want? The scammer said, bank account with online access. Now here's somewhere that I felt would really help, so I said, have you tried asking your local bank for that? I'm sure they can help you set up a new account. Apparently not. It is your own, I mean, sir. So I said, why? For the first time, the scammer wrote more than one sentence, and the answer is really simple. To cut to the chase, the scammer wants to use my account for money laundering. That is, I mean, that's what he said, but in reality, I imagine he just wants to get access to my account and siphon out every penny. Now, at this point, you might be wondering who would ever fall for such a transparent and stupid scam, but apparently people do, because look, for example, here's a page warning students not to be taken in by this deal. Interestingly, the page is written as if the money laundering is for real. I decided to play dumb. I'm pretty good at it. And I said, I just don't understand. And I asked if the scammer needed to log on to my bank as me to do this. And apparently that's correct. I just hand over my account details and password and trust a complete stranger on the internet.
Oh man,
Even yet told me
nobody's
his fake
here.
name. Sure, I mean, why not? What could possibly go wrong? So I told the scammer I do most of my online finance via CoinSquirt. I mean, doesn't everyone? Can we use that instead? Oddly, the scammer who had at last made up a fake name had never heard of CoinSquirt. Weird. So I said so, and I also asked if maybe one of my other online accounts with Money Purple, Spondule, or Funds
Yeah, well, why? What's that?
Well, the
Why?
answer to that wasn't no. It wasn't even an answer, but instead two more questions. Where are you located? What are your names? I said, I'm in the UK. My name is Manfred Tobin. I usually try to pick out a fake name that sort of resembles the really fake name Longitude on my scam baiting mailbox. I also asked
Maybe you could
what
just
was
build
all
another
about
one.
and why the scammer just wanted to give money away. Apparently they have too much of it, and they need to split it up into various accounts. I mean, that doesn't not make sense. I carried on playing dumb. Wait, is this related to the email from Laura Johnston? Yes, apparently it was. You're not Laura. Then I switched to a more pointed mode of inquiry and demanded that the scammer tell me what this was about. If you want to move money, just do it. The scammer said he needed a bank account where he could deposit money into. I said, you can get a bank account on any high street. I already explained that to you. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Maybe you should discuss this with your supervisor. Accusations of incompetence never fail to avoid scammers. 6. I know what I'm doing correctly. I said, okay, well, I'll have to take your word for it. So what should I do next? He asked how many bank accounts I have. I said, I told you already. I've got my HSBC account plus WebMoney with 4 other providers. He said, send me the HSBC details and the website. I said, okay, and I sent him a completely made up account, username and password. And just for fun, oops, the shortened login link I gave him went to the scam warning page I mentioned earlier. I thought the link to that page might kill the conversation dead, but a couple of hours later I gave the scammer a little nudge. Must have hit a nerve because he said, please, I'm not here for jokes. Okay, if you want to joke, go somewhere else and do that. I played the innocent and offended party and said, what are you talking about? You contacted me, remember? He said, what kind of link are you sending to the HSBC account? I mean, it should be obvious. I sent a link that explicitly warned not to deal with scammers like this. But let's see if we can frequently asked question about scam rating. This time the question is, how do you get so many scam emails? Well, it's true, I do get a lot of these emails, and there are a number of reasons for this. Firstly, this mailbox has been around a very long time, and during that time I've used it as the contact address to sign up to dozens of different websites and online services. Some of those sites have been hacked and their member lists leaked to scammers. Furthermore, it seems that the activity of scam baiting, which I've been doing now for 15 years, seems to increase exposure. I guess the scammers, even though they know I'm wasting their time, seem to sell or give my email address to one another. I guess they're scamming each other. Finally, or maybe firstly, I used to know a few people who were in the habit of acting on those dumb hoax emails that always seem to include the instruction to forward them to all of your contacts. Those emails typically contain huge lists of the people who've been copied in. And although I obviously didn't ever forward those messages, my email address was already in the list that went out to hundreds of other people. Somewhere downstream, one of those messages falls into the hands of someone who will scrape the addresses and sell them. The short version is, my scam baiting mailbox is pretty nearly public domain. In all honesty, it's a wonder it still works at all. Now, back to the main story. So I'd sent the scammer an anti-scam website link, and he was suspicious and angry. Can we get him back on the hook? I said, I see what's happened now. I pasted in a link that a friend was trying to get me to visit, and I gave him the correct HSBC login link. Of course, it won't work because every other part of the details I gave him was false. He said he'd log in later, but in all honesty, I think this is the scammer just trying to buy some time to empty the victim's account without him noticing. I sent a polite email asking how much money I would be receiving, and to confirm the scammer wouldn't interfere with my savings. He said, the login details you provided is incorrect. I said, no, I don't think so. What message did you get? Send me the correct website to log in. I said, don't you know how to use Google? Here's the login page, or just Google HSBC online login. The scammer sent me a screenshot of his failed login attempt. How sad. He asked me to log in and send him a screenshot. I said, that's strange, I've never seen that before. Anyway, I have to go to the bank. I'll explain the situation and ask them why this is happening. The scammer was quick to reply because obviously he doesn't want me to go and talk to the bank about this. And he asked me again to log in myself and send a screenshot. I said, how will that help? I know I can log in. I'll ask at the bank. Things went quiet then, and I guess the scammer probably thought the game was up. So I said my bank had been closed and I hadn't been able to ask about the login issue. And please could he try again? Frustration now clearly showing, the scammer said, how will I try again? Well, I'm not getting the correct login page. Try again from your end and send me a screenshot of what you entered. I said, I don't know how that'll help, but okay. And I sent a screenshot of me entering Manfred's fake username into the first stage of the HSBC login. The scammer said, were you able to log in? I said, yeah, of course. The scammer asked, why am I unable to gain access? Gee, I don't know about that. Maybe you're doing something wrong. I mean, if you think about it, that's true on more than one level. The scammer asked if I knew my IP address. I said, I don't know why. He said he wants to log in from the same IP as me. I don't think IP addresses work like that. He sent me a link that I didn't even click on, as I didn't trust it at all, and even if it did reveal my IP address, that wouldn't allow him to log on as me, so I just replied, I don't think IP addresses work like that. He asked me if I have a WhatsApp number. I have, but I'm not handing out to a scammer. So I said, I think it's about time you told me a little bit more about yourself. He asked what I would like to know. I said, let's start with you telling me the real deal. No response, so I said, maybe a different question. Like, how did you even imagine this was a credible conversation from the start? He said, send me your WhatsApp number. Let's chat better there. Time to draw matters to a close, so I said, how about no, I'm not going to chat with you on WhatsApp. I do have to thank you though, as you've achieved something pretty outstanding these last few days. This is without a doubt the lamest and most crumblingly implausible scam attempt I've ever had the pleasure of laughing at. There should be an award for being this terrible at scamming, and you should win it. A couple of days later, I realised this really was the least credible scammer I've ever dealt with, and I thought again about that award, and this is something I should not pass over and forget. So I procured a suitable trophy, engraved it on my laser engraver, and printed out Corey's award certificate. I sent this along with a covering email, saying, Dear Corey Otwell, we are delighted to inform you that you have been recognised for the award of Least Credible Scammer 2019. You should take great pride in this achievement. Competition this year was spectacularly inept, but out of all candidates, your scam attempt stood out as the least believable of all. What next? This is a notable milestone for you, and we want you to take a little time to appreciate it. You may now stride forth with supreme confidence and assurance that whatever it is you choose to do next, it will certainly be better than this. Your certificate and trophy. We have pleasure in attaching a photograph of your award certificate and trophy. This prestigious prize is yours to keep forever, and we will be pleased to arrange its secure delivery to your home. All we need from you is your home address, access credentials to your online bank, so as to make payment for the insured delivery. We look forward to hearing from you. Now, this might seem like the end of the story, and I really thought it was, but a few days later, I received a spam email offering addresses the scammer, and it said, "Do you need a loan at an affordable interest rate of 3% per annual? If yes, interested applicants should send reply to my email." But it was the subject line that really made me chuckle. Credible loan offer. Oh dear. So that's the story of the least credible scammer of 2019, possibly of all time. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
So just the other day, I got a text from a friend saying he quit his full-time job, which, I mean, you can see the conversation right here, because in
Okay, so last week I uploaded a video where I bought a dash cam from Instagram, from an advert on Instagram that was a scam, and I thought I'd actually received these fake Ray-Ban sunglasses instead. Well, that actually turns out not to be true, so I've taken that video down now. Although if you want to watch it in its entirety, I'll paste it on the end of this video so that you can see what it actually said and what I originally claimed. Because the reason I'm now not so sure that this is what I got instead of the dash cam is this turned up. So here's just a quick look at the dash cam that I ordered. It's supposedly a 7.9-inch or something like that Android device with lots and lots of features, rear view camera, GPS, sat-nav, all kinds of lovely features. So I've received this, which obviously is supposed to be that item. Now, don't worry, it is still a scam, because this is not the item that I ordered, or not the item that was advertised in any case. But we'll talk about that in a moment, because actually I know what's happening here with these sunglasses. What's actually happened here is something called brushing, and so somebody has saved my details. So when I've bought something from one of these Chinese retailers, Wish, or one of the ads on Instagram, maybe even Banggood or GearBest, somebody has saved my name and address details. Now they've then used my name and address details to purchase this. And the reason they've done that is a lot of these scammers are using things like Shopify for their scam shop fronts now. And those platforms require genuine purchases in order to verify and to post feedback and reviews and so on. And so what they've actually done probably is set up an account with my name and my details, and then they've ordered these Ray-Ban sunglasses, which would have been advertised as genuine Ray-Ban, no doubt, and then they've sent these to me, and so it's a verified transaction. It's got shipping details, it's got tracking information, it's verified that it's been delivered to the UK, and then that's enabled them to post a comment somewhere on some scam website saying, wow, these are real Ray-Bans, and I'm really impressed. Now I can't find that because it could be on any one of 100 different scam sites. However, I'm pretty sure that's what's happened here. Is that technique is called brushing. I don't know why it's called that, but it's a way that scammers use real people's contact details to try to bolster the reputation of the products that they're selling. So we might have a look and I'll see if I can find it, but I very much doubt I'm going to find the site where this is done. There's almost nothing you can do about this other than never order anything online, because all that's happened is somebody's written down my name and address and used it in a different context. Anyway, so that aside, let's have a look at this dash cam, because this promised to be quite an amazing dash cam with a 7.9-inch screen and Android 5.1, I think it was, touch screen, dual camera, all the bells and whistles. It's all singing, all dancing, dash cam. So let's see what we've actually got, shall we? Well, straight off the bat we can see that is not a 7.9-inch screen. There's the little bit of the screen there. You can see a slightly lighter area of screen right there. Oddly, it's still blue even when you take the film off. But okay, so anyway, maybe we've got some kind of dash cam here, so maybe I should still give this a fair test. There's a slot there for a TF card. Interesting, there's a DC in jack that's not even drilled out. There's an AV in, that's interesting. And there's a micro USB, no, mini USB socket there. So that's what I've actually received. It's some kind of little dash cam. It's definitely not 12-volt socket. And I've got two little straps to strap it onto the rear view mirror and an instruction pad. So no rear view camera, no other accessories, nothing like that. So, well, this is obviously a cheaper item than that would have been than what was advertised. So I'm not feeling bad about calling that a scam, even though I was mistaken about the true nature of the scam. Anyway, so we'll give that a little test. I'm going to charge it up and we'll see how good it is. I've got a nasty feeling it's going to be one of those things where it's actually probably only 320 by 240 and not true HD. But anyway, we'll give it a go and we'll see what happens. It does feel pretty cheap and plasticky, so I've not got very high hopes that this is going to be any good at all. But nevertheless, anyway, it's not what I ordered, and it's a scam. So the lesson is the same. If you see something on Instagram that looks too good to be true, or indeed on any other social media platform, advertising especially technology products, it seems, if you see an offer that's too good to be true, it is too good to be true, and it's a bit scam. You can send something that resembles perhaps the item that you ordered, but it's a vastly inferior and cheaper item. Okay, so let's have a look at this weird dash cam mirror thing that we've received. Let's switch it on and see what it does. Cheap Chinese electronics always has to play some weird, stupid, teeny little song. There it is.
Kenny.
Okay, well, it claims to be played with it earlier today. I'm skeptical it's going to be a potential 10 camera. What we'll do is give it a run. I've had this on charge all afternoon. 30% battery, so that's not right. But I think tomorrow we'll take this out, actually take it out in the car, I'll fit it in my car, and we'll try actually capturing some footage. Okay, so I've got this fitted in my car. See if we can get the camera pointing in a generally forward direction. Okay, well, we'll take this out for a little spin. It records as soon as it's switched on. The cable I found is probably long enough to reach from there all the way down to the 12-volt socket down here. But I'm not going to actually bother with that unless this turns out to be a half-decent camera. Let's take it out for a little spin and see what it's like. Well, I have a feeling that was pretty much a waste of time. The battery life on this thing, because I was running half of the battery internally, is about a minute, and then it just turned itself off. So I'll show you the footage that I captured. If indeed I did capture any, you'll see that now.
Oh, it's an itty beep.
And then, so I thought, well, okay, well, I'll just run it for the purposes of this test. I'll run it on the adapter, and I just strung that up from the 12-volt socket straight up to the device. And the adapter doesn't work at all, so it's not providing any power. So I think this thing's probably just a piece of junk. The other thing is that this thing is conceptually flawed. The camera has got this little ball and socket thing, which allows it to be angled a little bit. But of course, the nature of a rear view mirror is that from the driver's position, you have to have it tilted so that you can see out of the back window like that, which means that the ball and socket joint for the camera unable to turn enough to point directly ahead and capture a straight ahead view. So conceptually flawed. So I'm going to say this is just a piece of junk. I have seen it on wish.com for £9, and the Instascam ad that I followed to pay for it, I paid $40 or something like that, which is about £32 I think. So typical Instagram ad, scam, bait and switch. Don't buy stuff like this, think twice about it, and just search, and if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't true. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, now while we're just waiting for dinner, I've just been checking my Instagram feed, and I've seen this thing from a company called Smart Tools, or a website called Smart Tools. Now, it's supposedly a dash cam mirror that replaces your entire rear view mirror in your car. And it's got a rear view camera at the other end, and it performs all kinds of weird functions. It's got touchscreen menus, have a look. It's got, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to click through to this. Now, just in case it's not abundantly clear to you, I think this is a scam. Because the price is $35, and I think $35 for this product, if it does everything that that video just showed, is just ridiculously low. I think this is a scam. However, I'm going to buy it so that we can find out exactly what kind of a scam it is, to see what we get, and to see whether we get anything that even resembles this, or whether we get nothing at all. I'm doing this so that you don't have to. So let's buy one of those, and we'll see what we end up with. This has gone to a website called Phonet or Phonetti.com. So £27.54. I'm going to pay by PayPal because that gives me a modicum of protection against my credit card being hijacked or anything like that. So I'm going to buy this. We're going to see what it's actually all about. Okay, my parcel has arrived from the item that I ordered on Instascam. So this is supposed to be a rear view mirror, or rather a rear view dash cam, a mirror style thing that fits over your rear view mirror in your car and provides a 7.9-inch display and a bunch of other features like GPS and so on. Feels a little bit light for that, gotta say. So let's open it up and see. The packaging says glasses. That's what they've declared to customs. Well, there you go. That's it's not what I ordered, is it? It says it's Ray-Ban sunglasses, but I very much doubt that. So it's in a fake leather case, and it's a pair of fake Ray-Bans. Lightest weight, crappiest thing you've ever felt. The lenses are plastic. Look at the manufacturing quality. The arms of the sunglasses aren't even straight. Just made thin wires. Got a plastic coating to make it look gold. Well, there we go. So, not a dash cam. Not even any kind of camera, just something they can put in a box that's longer than it is wide. And I think the reason they do that is so that if you have to sign for it, you might have some sort of inkling that you're getting the right thing. You might sign for it before you reject it. So there we go, that's what happens if you order something that is too good to be true on Instagram, or indeed on any of these adverts that are popping up all over social media. If it's too good to be true, it probably isn't true. Don't buy it. A lot of these things, just think twice and look at the features and do a bit of Googling, and hopefully you'll find a video like this one that shows you what you might really expect if you buy it. So there we go, that was a bit of a waste of $30, but I'm hoping this might save you guys from falling into the same trap. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
things go
everyone's
bad.
far too sophisticated. In order to grow, product teams need to be iterating and testing new hypotheses every week, not every quarter. We built the Growth Engine because we wanted to empower every single product team to be able to form hypotheses, test and validate those rapidly, and then ultimately make really big bets with high degrees of confidence.
To learn more about the Amplitude Growth Engine and to see it in action, go to amplitude.com/growth-engine.
I was introduced to bio oil by my mother-in-law as soon as she found out I was pregnant, and I've been using it.
There is a scam I'm seeing more and more of on the internet, and its name is Scareware. This is software designed to look like a legitimate program, but its real purpose is to get you to buy software or services you don't need. And the companies who make this software have no hesitation in creating fake adverts designed to look like real virus scans, but in fact is an attempt to get you to buy their fake software. A prime example of this is Reimage or reimageplus.com. This software is meant to optimize your PC by scanning it and coming up with recommendations for making it cleaner or run faster. The problem with this software is it will always produce results which will make it look as if you've got a problem, and all for money. But this software is particularly bad because it encourages people to call a help desk number. It's always publicized when you first run it, during the installation, and even after you've uninstalled it. However, if you call one of these numbers, you're going to be stung for a lot more money.
Critical alert for Royal.
Malwarebytes describes Reimage as potentially unwanted program because it fits all the criteria of scareware. And because it includes some registry analysis and cleaning features, it is also described as digital snake oil. So why this digital snake oil term? Well, it's simply because registry cleaners are the digital equivalent of snake oil. They don't do anything. Even Microsoft advised people not to use registry cleaners because they have the potential to do more damage than actually you will gain in the cleaning process. But even reputable software like CCleaner, seen here on the screen, will also include a registry cleaner. However, if you measure the performance before and after this registry cleaning, you will never see any perceivable difference. So how does Reimage market itself? Well, it seemed to have multiple partners or affiliates, and each of these resellers seem to be free to create their own adverts because the internet is completely unregulated on the contents of these adverts, and you end up seeing pages like this. Here I mistyped a URL. I added an extra U into YouTube, and up pops a very dodgy advert. This one tells me that my Windows computer is at high risk, and my system files will be deleted after a few seconds. If I click update, I end up on reimageplus.com. The lack of any sort of regulation on these fake and misleading adverts has meant that these software companies can peddle their software under completely false pretenses. As an experiment, I created a brand new virtual machine which had never connected to the internet, and I installed Reimage Plus just to see what that software would make of a brand new, clean virtual machine. I let it run to see what would happen. When I ran the program, it does its usual stuff. It starts off by analysing the hardware that it's running on, and most of this is okay, except that the CPU temperature seems to always be 60 degrees. It can't tell the real temperature, so it just makes something up. And at the end of the scan, as predicted, it did find something that I needed to repair. And of course, when I do click Start Repair, up will pop a price list. You're not getting this for free. So exactly what was it that Reimage Repair was finding on this brand new, totally clean, and never connected to the internet PC? The Reimage analysis uncovered two types of problems. The first were temporary folders, things which should be there normally, and the second were described as shared DLLs. I checked these on the internet, and there's no good reason why any of these should be flagged as potential problems. This software was just looking for an excuse to charge a customer something. But a software license cost would be the least of your worries, because if you actually phoned one of these help desk numbers, more than likely you'd end up paying a lot more to fix your computer. This is what happened when I phoned the UK help desk number for Reimage, and I asked the agent what all these errors actually were.
Thank you for calling Reimage Support. Please wait for the next available agent. Hi, thank you for calling Reimage. My name is Simon. How can I help you today?
Hi, yeah, I think I've got a problem with my computer. It was talking about a virus first, and I downloaded Reimage, and it seems to have identified some things, and I'm not sure what it means. If you can help.
Okay.
Okay.
If I got correctly, you are saying that you have virus in your computer. Is that right, sir?
Well, I saw a message about a virus, and I was prompted to download Reimage, and it did a scan, and it's detected some stability issues. Is that something you can help me with? The agent did indeed say that he could help me with this problem by downloading some remote access software called Login, and with that he was able to access my computer and run some further diagnostics. Unusually, the agent gave me his real first name. His name is Sagar.
Now that we are connected, just don't do anything. I would like to inform you, use the code for troubleshooting. You will be the primary controller. I will be just a secondary controller. Once the work is done, it will issue the code. You need to click on this red button to enter the check-in screen. Alright?
Okay, yeah.
I will inform you that this session is being recorded for training and quality purposes. Alright?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So, I can see that it has found some security challenges and stability issues.
In fact, the software found no security issues, only registry and stability problems.
Hey, I'm a viewer. I've gone like the past maybe like 20 or 30 minutes without a viewer. And so you're my first viewer in a while. Ooh, lava. Ooh, lava. Maybe I can mess around with that. Nah. How do I get out of here? Hey, what's going on, Amar? How you doing? Listen, again, sorry about the other night. It's it was a situation that we didn't know how to handle. Give me a second. Yeah, it was a situation we didn't know how to handle. And I don't know. I think it could have been handled a lot better. And alright, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it. Slippy the Squid followed me. Hey, thanks for the follow, Slippy. But yeah, remember, we don't have to talk about it. And just talk about what's going on in your life. What's going on? You know, how you doing? You said you're doing alright. Sorry, I'm still kind of mad about it. You're right, you could have made it better. Yeah, it was stupid on all of our parts. No problem. Thanks, Slippy. So Slippy, how'd you find this? How'd you find the channel? You just flying through Twitch and just came across, or you just like Minecraft, or? Oh man. Ooh, coal. Somebody left coal in here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I was the video you shouted out that one stream a few days ago. No, remember, I know who you are. I'm talking about Slippy. No, you didn't know I was in the stream because I didn't say anything. Ah, okay. Oh, I know what you're talking. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. All right, yeah. Well, hey, listen, man. Like, even after all this, I appreciate that you're sticking around. You know, it was like I said, the stupid situation shouldn't have happened. It could have been handled a lot better by us. And I hope you understand. Like, I didn't mean anything bad by it. I didn't intend for things to go the way that they did. It just all kind of fell apart. It just wasn't right. Put my redstone away too. Do 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 do. Friends not on right now? No, they're not on right now. Pretty sure either they're all working or doing something else. Hey, give me a second. Yeah, they're all working, or I think Zanaxon, the main one, he was, I think today's his birthday. So if you want to maybe say happy birthday to him, or I think he's out, or I know he was working earlier, but I think he might be out getting like a tattoo or something to celebrate. Other than that, no, everybody's busy doing their own thing, which is cool, you know. I don't expect everybody to be free all day, every day, or at the same hours that I am, at least. I work up until 2 about every day, so like my schedule is more so consistent, but their schedules are more like hectic because they're working, you know, different kinds of jobs and stuff. So I think typically later on, like closer towards the middle of the night, you know, they typically are free. I told them on Discord. Alright, I appreciate that, man. Do, boo, boo, do, do, boo. Do, 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 do. Ouch. You also gotta understand something too. Like, and I know that this isn't really gonna make anything better or anything worse, or it might not even help you understand anything. But like, we're all grown men, and we're all sane, and we're all like not like shitty people in the sense of like what I'm trying to say is that like in the world that's going on right now, for us to be grown men and like playing with somebody your age who's a lot younger, and you may be mature for your age or whatever, but it's not good for us, because like the world is crazy right now, man, and we don't want anything. The world is so crazy that it's better for us to be safe than sorry, you know. And I know that may not make a lot of sense to you, but it's just how things are right now. Maybe whenever you're older, you'll definitely understand, because I have like a little brother that's your age, and I kind of know how he thinks, so I feel like I have an idea of how you might think. And so, you know, all this to say, like, you might not understand now, but whenever you get older, you'll probably understand. Granite. I don't know why I'm using all this granite for. Hey, at least you're looking out for me. Listen, like, you shouldn't, and this is me just talking to you, but you shouldn't try to play with random people on the internet. And I know that sounds like such an old man thing to say, or I'm sure maybe your parents have told you that or something. And like, I know how annoying that is to hear, because whenever I was younger, my parents told me the same thing. And I know how much it sucks, because it's like, you're a kid, right? It's not like you can just go out and meet people, you know. You have to stay home, you have to do things at home, and you know. But at the same time, like, you shouldn't, in my opinion, you shouldn't just go out and try to play with people or try to get into like small groups like ours, because we're all, like I said, we're not your age, you know. You should try to find people your age, or try to play with people your age, or if not that, like, just embrace your youth, man. Like, hanging out with people our age, it'll make you feel older, but like, that's not, trust me, you don't want to feel older. Me being 22 years old, I feel like an old man, and I'd do anything to be 12 years old again. Just, you know, I'm getting all philosophical now. Just be careful, you know, the world is crazy. Every kid streamer at 0 viewers is bad at streaming. You were the only streamer that actually streamed. Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I think you might be getting the wrong idea of what I'm trying to say. I mean more so just like, not necessarily for I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. I'm bad at words. But I mean more so like, you should try to talk with people your age or hang out with people your age, and not because that they're good at streaming or anything like that. Like the people that my friends that I stream with or that I talk with and stuff, like obviously like right now I'm not streaming with them, you know what I mean? It's not like we have a schedule and we say, okay, let's all get together on this day and let's all stream on this day, or let's all, you know, just hang out on this day or whatever. Because, you know, it just doesn't work that way. It's we're all just friends, and whenever somebody comes along, you know. We didn't meet each other through streaming. We met each other through school and like in person. And I know, like I said, like it's not that easy because you're younger. But you have to understand, man. It's like hanging out with people that are just older than you. It's just not like, I don't know. I feel like growing up, or whenever you grow up and you look back at how things were, you might be saying, or you might tell yourself, hey man, I wish I would have, you know, hung out with kids my age or people my age, you know. Because realistically, like, and I don't mean to say this in a rude way, but like, how much can you truly like relate with somebody like us? We both play video games, and that's cool and everything, but like we're a lot older than you, you know. And again, not in a mean way, but like there's just so much different between us, you know. And while it may be fun to watch us and stuff like that, playing with us and like trying to, you know, have a communication with us in that way, it's such a different thing. All this to say, like, embrace your youth, man. Don't try to grow up too fast. Because I wish I wouldn't have grown up as fast as I did. Keep forgetting about these. And like I said, like I'm not saying for you not to watch me or anything like that, which I'm also not saying to watch me because, you know, whatever. I'm just saying like there's a time and place for everything. And whenever you get older, you know, that's the time to play with people that are older. Or whenever you, like your age right now, whenever you're younger, it's better for you to play with people your age. You have more fun that way. Don't try to like, don't try to think about things in terms of like, just based off the way that we've talked before in like the Discord or whatever. It seems like you might be trying to like, you know, just stream and be good at streaming and stuff like that. And I feel like you might be scared that if you don't get a group of people, you might not be able to stream, or you might not like make it as a streamer or something like that. And I don't know how true that is. That could just be a bad assumption on my part, but the reason why streaming, like, because like you seem to like the way I stream. Bad assumption. Yeah, I figured. I don't know, man. I think that you'd be better off if you find people your age, hang out with people your age, and try to make something with people your age. As hard as that is, because like you said, like there's not a lot of consistent streamers or people that stream often at your age. And not even because it's their fault, it's because that they're young and they don't have the resources or they can't stream, I only started streaming because I was able to buy a laptop with money that I got from scholarships, from school, from university. And this laptop is what I'm streaming on now, and it's the only reason why I'm able to stream, because it's the only thing I have that can handle it. I got sidetracked. All this to say, like, man, just hang out with people your age, man. Like, it's not, to me, as a kid, like, whenever I was a kid, it wasn't worth it to hang out with people, to try to do things with people that are older than me. It just wasn't. Yeah, it's an MSI laptop. It's an MSI laptop. It's I think it was rated like #1 last year or something. #1 gaming laptop of last year, or some crazy stuff like that. I saved up for it. I went to school. I went to university, and I had gotten a lot of financial aid money for being a good student at school. Like my grades were high. My grades were high, so they just they give you financial aid money. Financial aid money, if you don't know, is just money that they give you for is money that they give you like to help you go to school and to do college. And it's really helpful for a lot of people, because a lot of people can't go to college because they just don't have the money. But there's a number of reasons why they'll give you like financial aid. Like in my case, it was more so because my grades were high, and so I was just a good student. Just a good student, and so they gave me a lot of money, and it ended up being so much money that I had over $1,000 left over. And so I took that $1,000 and bought a new laptop, because my old laptop was like really crummy. It would take like literally like 10 minutes to load up, to boot up. But all this to say, like, man, and I'm saying this as well because like I think we had mentioned one time, you said something about not wanting to like go to school. But like, man, if you can like get that financial aid money, then you have every reason to go to school. Like you should definitely go to school, because it'll be worth it in the end. Like, especially if you're a good student, you get the financial aid money, you get paid to go to school. Like, I mean, come on, man, how easy is that? But yeah, so I got the money for financial aid, and I bought the laptop, and it was have not regretted it since. This thing is amazing. But yeah, man, go to school. Like, I have so much time to think about it though, so I shouldn't worry about my decision yet. Well, you're going to 7th grade. You shouldn't worry about it. If you mean you shouldn't worry about like what you want to go to school for, then yeah, you shouldn't worry about it. But if you're debating whether or not to go to school, then I think now is the perfect time to worry about it. Already in it, summer ended. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, summer hasn't school hasn't started over here. But But yeah, like 7th grade, man, like you only have what this year, next year, and then you're in high school, and then high school moves so quick. High school is so fast, man. You have no idea. Yeah, high school is so fast, and what was I gonna say? High school moves so fast, and before you know it, like high school's gonna be over. And like for me, the big thing for me, because I told you I had just gotten my degree. I just graduated college. And whenever I was younger, like I didn't think that I was gonna go to school. I didn't think I was gonna graduate or anything like that. I figured, I'll just get like a small job and live a small life, which is what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks that whenever they're younger. And for some people, like, yeah, it's cool. Some people can do that, but not a lot of people can do that. They get older and they realize, like, man, I just can't live that life. I should have done the school, or I should have done this, or I should have done that. Guess we'll see if I become a streamer, I guess. I mean, I guess. I don't know, man. You shouldn't bank off that, though. You know what I mean? You shouldn't bank off the idea of, like, oh, well, if I become a streamer, then I'm set. I'm not saying you shouldn't try to become a streamer, because if that's something you want to do, then yeah, go for it. What I am saying is that, like, if you just rely on becoming a streamer to get you through, and then you wait until high school ends to decide because you were waiting to become a streamer, then it's like, if it ends up not working out, which for a lot of people it doesn't, then you're kind of like, you're screwed, for lack of a better word. And trust me, man, like, I know exactly where you're at, because I was in the same position. I was in 7th grade once, and I thought that I was gonna make it and be big and do some crazy stuff, and it just turns out, like, time gets away from you. Things don't work out in your favor sometimes, and your original plans just don't work out, and that's just part of growing up and getting older. As much as it sucks to say that, it's the truth. Again, I'm not saying for you to not follow your dreams or not try, but I'm saying that keep your options open, man. Think about something that you'd like to do. I don't know if I told you, but I went to I went to university for programming. I learned how to program. And a big part of me wanting to go to school for that was so that way I can, like, make video games. I wanted to learn how to make video games, and I did, kind of. I didn't go to school, I didn't get a degree in, like, game design or anything like that, but that's something I wanted to do. And as you get older, like, or as you're at your age right now, you're probably seeing people like Notch, or people that have made a game and that have become really famous, right? And then they're like, okay, well, I'm set, but the reality is that, like, millions and millions and millions of people make video games, and you're only seeing, like, the top 3 or top 4. And it's the same exact thing with streaming. Like, millions and millions and millions of people are streaming at any given moment, and you're only seeing, like, the top 4 or top 5 that have actually made it. It's all a gamble. It's such a gamble, and it's so tough, but, like, just have a backup plan. It doesn't hurt to have a backup plan. Even if it's something that's, like, that you're iffy on. Why am I going there? Something that you're iffy on. Just have a backup plan. I always tell my little brother, like I said, my little brother's your age. I always tell him like, no matter what, you should be thinking about something. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't cost you anything to think about something, to think about your future or think about something that you might like. And I'm not saying for him to like literally sit down and think about it, like not do anything else. I'm saying like while you're playing video games or while you're watching YouTube or while you're, out eating dinner or with your family, if you just think about, oh, like that's interesting, maybe I'd like to do this. Or, oh, that's interesting how they made this. Maybe like if I went to school for making stuff like this, or like I don't know, a lot of other jobs though. Yeah, and that's not your fault. It's not your fault, because the thing is that like the school system is kind of trash in that part of everything, that they don't really tell you a lot of what's out there. They kind of just tell you to go to school and take these classes, and these classes are more so to try to see what you're interested in more than anything else. And they're supposed to spark interest in you. You know what I mean? Like, you might be taking like a history class, or not you personally, but somebody might be taking a history class, and they might realize, oh man, that's really interesting. Like, World War II was caused by, I think it was World War I, was caused by the assassination of the Archduke, and like that might interest them, and that might get them reading about history, and then that person ends up taking more history classes, ends up becoming a history teacher or something. It's all about finding out what sparks in you, and always having a backup plan. What I was trying to say was that like try to think about stuff that try to think about something. Like, let's say you're out with your family, and you're like, okay, we're driving to dinner or whatever, and let's say like if you see construction, right? And you're thinking about it like, man, I wonder how they figured out that if they put these pillars in a certain way, if they angle things a certain way, and they put these pillars in a certain way, and they do things this very specific way, that it's not gonna fall. And you're thinking about it like, man, I wonder how they do that. That's literally all it takes. Like, you can just Google it, you know what I mean? Google it, and you're like, oh man, like, either say, oh man, that's interesting, or oh man, that's something I don't really care about. You know what I mean? But either way, it should be about you exploring and you kind of thinking about things. One thing that caught my interest recently, I feel like I'm coming through loud. Let me turn myself down a little bit. One thing that caught my interest recently was controllers, making controllers. I was playing Super Smash Bros. Because I play a lot of Smash Bros. I play competitively. Your volume is fine. Okay, thanks. I play Smash Bros. Competitively. Like, I go to tournaments and stuff. And one thing that caught my interest was GameCube controllers. Like, I always thought they were the coolest thing, even as a kid. Just playing Smash Bros. And having the GameCube controller. Excuse me. Having the GameCube controller, and just recently, like, I don't know if you've ever actually looked at it, but in the GameCube controller, the screws, they're not typical Phillips head screws or flathead screws like you have in the US. They're Japanese, like, triangle screws. And so, and I think all Nintendo products are like that. But, like, one day I was just interested, right? And I was like, man, I want to open up this controller. And so I opened up the controller, And I started looking inside, and I started, it was filthy, of course, because they were old controllers. But I started looking inside and just kind of thinking about it, and like, man, this is interesting. This is actually kind of cool how they do this. They have a motherboard, but the sticks of the motherboard are like loose, and all the buttons are loose, and there's like little pads, and there's so much more that goes into it than I thought, right? And so that was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And at this point in time, like, I opened up controllers and I fixed them. I literally, like, people at the school that they'll ask me, like, hey, can you fix controllers? I'm like, yeah, I'll fix controllers, like, and they pay me for it. And that's something that caught my interest just off a whim of, like, happenstance. And all because I was just thinking, like, man, like, this is something that is kind of interesting. I had that one thought and was just like, okay, well, let me look up how to open it. Let me look this up. Let me look that up. That's all it takes, is what I'm trying to say. This is all a big, long-winded way of saying, like, just keep your mind open. Just, be thinking about things. Just, like, don't just bank on becoming a streamer, because that might not work. And the same thing that for what I'm telling you, like, don't just bank on going to school, because maybe that might not work either. Always, always, always have a backup plan. They like to tell you that going to school is the way to fix all your problems. And for some people it is. But then for a lot of other people it's not, because they realize school isn't for them. And I'm not saying that, not to go to school. I'm saying that you should always keep your mind open. Always keep your mind open. It doesn't hurt to be thinking about something. Even if it's just like it catching your interest. Like, think about it. What's something that's interesting to you besides video games? And trust me, if video games are the only thing that's interesting to you at this moment in time, like, you haven't been thinking enough. There's got to be something, even if it's just like little, not much. Yeah, I know, not much. Like, trust me, we like to think that we're complex creatures that are interested in every single little thing. But chances are you're interested in something. What about music? Or what about, like, do you like music? Do you like to watch TV? What's something that's interesting to you? That's 6. I can play piano. You can play piano, man? Really? And, like, are you serious? You can play piano and you're stressing out about, like, not wanting to go to school. Piano is something that takes so much discipline. It takes so much discipline. Whenever I was, because I kind of messed around with piano a little bit. I wanted to go to school for music. But what I'm trying to say is this: piano takes so much discipline, and it takes so much practice to get used to. And it might not seem like anything for you, but, like, I messed up. Did I mess up? Yeah, I messed up. But if you can play piano, like, that's something, man. Do you not like playing piano? To be honest, piano is pretty easy to learn. It is and it isn't. You love playing. Okay, you're trying to tell me that you're not interested in anything, but you love piano, right? You love playing piano. How much? Okay, so tell me this: how much do you really know about piano? And I know you say you can play piano, but how much do you actually know about it? And I mean anything. I mean, I said not much. How much do you... I know a good amount. Okay. Do you have a piano? I assume you do. Or maybe a keyboard or something. I don't know. I have 2. Okay, so you have 2 pianos, right? What are they made out of? Now you might hear that and you might be thinking like, what are you on about? Like, what are they made out of? That's not what I was talking about. But trust me, what are they made out of? A keyboard and a normal. What is the normal piano made out of? I think it's like might be a grandfather piano or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, wood. What kind of wood? Okay, so you don't know what kind of wood. What about what makes the sound? What makes the sound of a piano? Like you press the key and something is causing the sound. The strings, right? Inside, the strings inside. Okay. So you know about that. Let's see. Is it just one string per key or is it multiple strings per key? This is uneven. 1, 2, 3. I actually don't know, but I think it's 1. I am pretty sure it's like a lot of strings per key. And I'm not saying this to like make you feel bad or anything like that. Don't get that impression. What I'm trying to say is that there's always something to know, or there's always something to figure out. And I think what I was trying to get at was about what the piano is made out of. I'm like 90% sure that the type of wood that you create the piano with, it actually it helps with like reverberation, and it helps with what's it called, like tone, and it helps with what's it called, like projection. Everything about the piano, from the way it's designed to the way it looks, is made with purpose. Everything about it. And on in the sense of like creating a piano, there's always something to learn. But at the same time, in the sense of like you learning more about playing piano, there's also still more to learn. Like do you know anything about like music theory or anything like that? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What the heck? Why is it? Music theory is basically trying to understand. Why is this uneven? Okay, so check this out. Music theory is what's gonna help you become like a better pianist. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the heck? Music theory is what helps you become a pianist. It basically is. I play more than one instrument. What other instruments do you play? But let me talk about music theory while you're like listing your instruments. Music theory is what goes into creating every song. Music theory is what goes into what makes music sound good. Percussion, but I like the snare drum. Percussion's cool too, man. As well. Snare drum's cool. I like snare drum. If you could become a good snare drummer, like if you could be on the drum line at your school or something, like that'd be cool. Music theory goes into everything, even percussion, even piano's not percussion, I don't think. I assume piano is like is a string instrument, ironically enough. Is that? Huh. See, like even me, I'm always learning. I'm learning even now. Let me see. There's hammers that hit strings. Yeah, there's hammers that hit strings, but I don't know if that classifies that as a percussion instrument. I think percussion is more so you hitting something rather than hammer hitting something. Let me look it up. Piano. What family is the piano a part of? However, the key, you play it by hitting its 88 black and white keys with your fingers, which suggests it belongs to the percussion family. However, the keys lift hammers inside the piano that strikes strings. Indeed, the piano has more strings than any other string instrument. So I think this is exactly what I was confused about. I think it's considered string. Let me see. Okay, it's neither. Oh no, you're right. It's percussion. It's a percussion instrument. You're right. But yeah, like if you really truly love playing piano, maybe you can look into music theory. Look into something that really interests you, you know, or learn more about something that's really interesting to you. Music theory, I don't know if I learn a lot of songs. Yeah, learning a lot of songs is different though. Anybody could learn a lot of songs. But if you learn music theory, you can create your own songs. And that's where things get crazy. 1, 2. You can, if you learn music theory, you can create your own songs. You can understand current songs, and it gives you more. It makes you a better musician. Are you in like a band at your school or something, or are you just like, did you just learn everything on your own? Yeah, okay. So look into music theory. For sure look into music theory. You'll it'll make you a much better musician. You'll, especially at your age, if you got into music theory and you started, you know, really understanding some of the concepts. If I'm being honest with you, I couldn't tell you where to start in terms of like what to look up or anything like that. Because music theory is such a broad concept, but like, try to find out. Try to find out where to start. Try to find out what to do. And maybe you can go to school for music theory, or maybe you can go to school to be a performer or a music director or something. You know, if streaming doesn't work out, maybe that's the way you can go. But like, don't just assume that you're gonna become a streamer, because like, it's not that easy, you know. the only reason why I'm streaming now is because my job allows me to stream. Like I get off of work kind of early, and I have free time now. But if I didn't go to school, I would be having to work like a part-time or a full-time job, like something that would keep me busy from like all day to all day. I'd be tired all the time. I wouldn't have any time to do anything. And then I'd come home and try to stream, and it'd be even worse. Just keep your options open. That's all I'm saying. Keep your options open. Always have a backup plan. Always be thinking. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything to think. What am I looking for? I'm gonna hide my gold and my diamond. That's what I'm gonna do. Do I have enough to put this somewhere else? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. I should have to empty my pockets. My pants. I'll put that in there for a second. Grab my pants. Let's see. See this tree that I have here? It's gonna be my new hiding spot. It goes all the way from the bottom all the way up, and it's hollow. Let me throw something away. Not what I wanted to do. This may or may not be a good idea. Let me see. Oh, I didn't take the floor out from under here. Why is this? What? I think I'm gonna make this bigger. Okay, so I gotta put this somewhere where I could access it. So like, let's say I just break. Let me fix this. Break this one. Then I put it right there. access both of them. Oh, why don't I just put it right here? I wonder if that'll be noticeable. Yeah, I wonder if I just do that. You think that'll be noticeable? I hope not. Ah, but I have to. No, it's not noticeable. Okay, I'm gonna keep that then. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Pop one here. Okay. By the way, I might be heading out in just a little bit. Just to eat dinner, and then I might pop back in later on for I might pop back in later on just to stream a little bit longer. My friends might be here, so I don't know. We'll see. Just depends how things go. But all this to say, like, man, like, you've got a lot of time. You've got a lot of time, and you've got a lot of stuff to think about. You shouldn't just assume I'll keep your Twitch open. What does that mean? I don't know. You gotta remember, I'm still new to Twitch. I don't understand what that means. Oh, okay. I understand. Sorry, that was like I'm an old man. You gotta remember, I'm an old man. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I understand what that means now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I mess this up? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. I wonder how much taller I can build this. Oh, I didn't even put my stuff in my chest. I'm dumb. Was it here? It's not there. It's on the other side. Alright, I had to do the other one too. Shift click. Yeah, I gotta hide all my stuff just in case somebody decides to try to mess with me or try to take my stuff. Then I gotta do this every single time. I wonder if there's gotta be a better way to do this. If I do like if I do that on every yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Ooh, no, I'm not gonna keep that. That's suspicious. as well. Just pop one there. And then cool. Maybe just do this all around. Oh man. Yeah, my friends tried to they tried to make like a spiral staircase, because he kind of just looked at it and was like, I'm just gonna fix this, and he tried to make a spiral staircase for me, but turns out it was like really inefficient for me to go up there, and so I had to like crouch walk, because if I didn't I would fall, and it was a whole thing. So I just decided just to put a big tree. What I'm gonna end up doing is probably do a big spiral staircase around it whenever I like get this all set up. I have this big cobblestone like set up around it. This is basically the so I could know how far out the foundation goes. Let's see. Maybe I could do something now. Nah, I'm good. If I'm being honest, I'm like not even sure what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just kind of wandering. I think I want to replace this wood, because although it doesn't look too bad, it's just like we had brought up the idea of replacing it, so. I also gotta put torches down. Yeah. I don't know who did this. I think that looks ugly, but whatever. Do I still have cobblestone? No, I don't. Kind of want that to be bigger. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's loud. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I remember now. I was gonna look for quartz. Maybe if I can make like walls out of quartz or something. And maybe I'll go into the nether. Try to see what I could find in the nether. See if I can like actually do something and not die 5 times with all my stuff each time. I don't know if you saw that, but I was in a nether and I died like 5 times. Oh, that's a mistake. Can I go ahead and replace this? Maybe Maybe I should just open this back up again. Not a secret spot. Oh man. Come on. There we go. Pop, pop. Nether quartz. I don't know what this does or what to do with it, but we'll figure it out. Or like how to do anything with it is what I meant. Wait, ooh. Is it this? Block of quartz. Oh, that's not too bad. So that'll give me that'll give me 10 blocks. Wow. Can't replace the whole house with that. Let me create one. And I'm gonna see how it looks. Actually, two. Huh. Can make rail. Quartz stairs, quartz slab, block of quartz, pillar quartz block. Oh, that's pretty cool. Block of iron. Alright, well. Ah, that looks cool too. 2 slabs. Oh, so much quartz. Alright, well, I'm gonna sign out for now. Like I said, chances are I'm gonna get on again sometime soon. Just not entirely sure when. Yeah, I have to go. Gotta go eat dinner real quick. I might not get on maybe for like another hour or so, but I'll be like right back. Alright. That's pretty. Thanks for watching. If you want to come back on later on, it's cool. If you don't, I understand. I appreciate you like giving me another shot. See you soon.